The man happened to notice that the painting the sheikh was holding was not original. So he just gave it a passing glance and chose not to say anything. But that glance was caught by the sheikh's granddaughter, who immediately insisted on knowing the reason for his look. The man did not want to get involved with them, but the woman persisted, and her words grew sharper. In fact, the sheikh himself intervened and asked him why he had looked at the painting with such obvious disdain. The man calmly explained that the painting was a forgery, but the sheikh immediately rejected this, insisting it was impossible because he had paid a fortune for it and bought it from a well-known expert in art authentication. When the man heard this, a faint smile appeared on his lips, as if he did not wish to elaborate further. But the woman would not accept it, as she was convinced that the man was mocking them, so she immediately tried to teach him a lesson, but she froze in place with just a single move from the man. At that moment, the sheikh was astonished, for he himself was a martial artist, and he could clearly sense that the man's inner strength was deep and unfathomable, so he quickly pulled his granddaughter to his side. At that moment, the guards drew their weapons and prepared to intervene at any time. But the sheikh ordered his granddaughter to apologize, as he was not sure that the weapons could harm this man. And even if they could, he could not guarantee his granddaughter's safety. Despite her great hesitation, the woman muttered a faint apology. But the man warned her not to repeat it, explaining that no one had ever dared to raise a hand against him before. And as soon as he finished speaking, he lightly struck his palm, and a terrifying force erupted, instantly knocking everyone to the ground. The sheikh was utterly stunned, for he recognized the legendary technique of releasing inner strength, a skill possessed only by the greatest masters. So he hurried to offer his sincerest apologies. The man did not take the incident seriously, which allowed the sheikh to breathe a sigh of relief. Then he humbly asked him why he was so certain that the painting was a forgery, even though it had been authenticated by several specialized authorities. Faced with this sincere attitude, the man decided to prove the matter immediately. He released a portion of his inner strength and touched the painting with the tip of his finger, and in the next moment, a thin thread was drawn out from it. He explained that this thread was made of nylon, a synthetic material that could not possibly exist in a painting that is 700 years old. Only then did the sheikh realize that he had been the victim of a scam. So he ordered his granddaughter to return the painting to its box. At that moment, the man noticed something unusual inside the box that contained the painting, as there was a hidden pearl, a pearl capable of enhancing his level in spiritual cultivation. He boldly asked the sheikh for the box, and the sheikh agreed without hesitation. In response to this generosity, the man promised the sheikh that he would grant him one request. The sheikh was overjoyed and immediately requested that his granddaughter become his disciple. Once the words were spoken, the man could no longer refuse, so he reluctantly accepted a new disciple. After getting off the plane, the man went straight to his beloved's house, and as soon as he sat down, his mother-in-law gave him a condescending look. What no one knew was that the man had been reincarnated. In his previous life, he was killed by his beloved and an heir from a wealthy family, which led to his rebirth after merging with Master Khalid. This visit was actually for revenge, so he completely ignored the mother's mockery. At that moment, the wealthy heir arrived carrying a bouquet of flowers and began openly flirting with the beloved right in front of him. The man was not angry at all, for he had all the time in the world to play this game. So he quietly stepped aside and secretly began casting his spell. In the next moment, the wealthy heir clutched his stomach, and the room was suddenly filled with an unbearable, suffocating stench. The heir fled in humiliation, and the family hurried after him outside. But as he grabbed the car door handle, the man carelessly pointed his finger again, and the front tire immediately burst. Everyone stood there stunned, while the wealthy heir remained standing in utter confusion, wondering why he was plagued by so much bad luck today, unaware that the real disaster had not even begun yet.